Iguana, master of land and sea. Iguanas, with their innumerable varieties that live in a broad variety of settings all over the world, are a living example of the remarkable adaptability that reptilian evolution has made possible. A rich tapestry of complicated adaptations and complex behaviors has allowed iguanas to carve out a specific niche for themselves in a variety of environments, ranging from the arboreal jungles of Central and South America to the desolate coastlines of volcanic islands. The purpose of this in-depth investigation is to delve deeply into the multidimensional world of iguanas, illuminating their taxonomic richness, physiological complexities, ecological significance, and conservation challenges. Iguanas are classified as members of the family Iguanidae, which includes a diverse range of species, each of which possesses distinctive physical characteristics, ecological preferences, and evolutionary historical backgrounds. The taxonomic landscape of iguanas is modified by genetic analysis, morphological investigations, and ecological observations. These three types of research uncover cryptic species complexes and evolutionary links that were previously masked by morphological convergence. The green iguanas, Iguana, and the marine iguanas, Amblyrhynchus, are two of the most well-studied genera. The green iguanas are distinguished by their herbivorous diets and arboreal lifestyles, while the marine iguanas are famous for their ability to adapt to marine settings and their distinctive foraging techniques. In addition, the rock iguanas, which belong to the genus Cyclura, are found on the Caribbean islands. They belong to a lineage of herbivores with enormous bodies that have distinct island-specific adaptations and evolutionary trajectories. The iguana possesses a remarkable collection of anatomical modifications that are adapted to the ecological niches and habitats that they choose to inhabit. As a result of their prehensile tails and lengthened limbs, green iguanas are skilled climbers who are able to navigate the canopy of tropical forests with elegance and agility. They are able to efficiently absorb nutrients from fibrous meals because to their muscular jaws and unique dentition, which are precisely tuned for cropping plants and crushing tough plant material. Marine iguanas, on the other hand, have developed a variety of adaptations in order to survive in intertidal zones where they are subjected to the difficulties of being submerged in seawater and having restricted access to terrestrial resources. Underwater propulsion and foraging on marine algae are made easier by their streamlined bodies, flattened tails, and extended claws. Additionally, specialized salt glands placed near their nostrils allow them to excrete excess salt that they consume when grazing. In addition to their outward appearance, iguanas make use of a wide variety of physiological methods in order to deal with the challenges that they face in their habitats. The process of thermoregulation, which is necessary for the maintenance of an ideal body temperature, can be accomplished by behavioral adaptations such as basking in sunlight or seeking shade, as well as through anatomical characteristics such as coloration patterns that improve heat absorption or reflection. Additionally, iguanas have functioning renal systems that allow them to preserve water in dry conditions. This is accomplished by reducing the amount of water that is lost through the production of concentrated urine and the excretion of salt. Marine iguanas, in particular, have developed specialized salt glands that enable them to drain excess salt that has accumulated as a result of their food in the ocean. This allows them to keep their osmotic balance and physiological homeostasis in check. The ecological stresses, social dynamics, and reproductive tactics of iguanas have all contributed to the development of a wide variety of behaviors that they exhibit. In order to establish dominance and attract mates, green iguanas, for instance, engage in sophisticated territorial displays throughout the breeding season. These displays include head bobbing, dewlap expansions, and vocalizations. The marine iguana, on the other hand, tends to congregate on rocky shorelines, where it engages in competition with other individuals for the best possible basking spots and access to marine algae. Parental care varies from species to species of iguanas, with some iguanas displaying minimal engagement beyond the construction of nests and the depositing of eggs, while others demonstrate more elaborate caregiving behaviors, such as community nesting and cooperative guarding of nest and hatchlings. These behaviors, which are impacted by ecological restrictions in the history of evolution, contribute to the survival of iguana populations in their particular environments and the success of their reproductive efforts. Iguanas have a wide variety of reproductive techniques, which are different from one another and represent adaptations to the local environmental circumstances, the availability of resources, and the stresses of predation. The females of many species of iguanas are capable of generating numerous clutches of eggs throughout the breeding season. This reproductive behavior is known as interoperous breeding. When it comes to influencing the success of offspring survival and hatching rates, the selection of nest sites, the temperature at which eggs are incubated, and the behaviors of nest attendants all play significant roles. There are certain species, such as the Galapagos sea iguana, Amblericus cristatus, in which reproductive synchronization is connected to environmental cues such as changes in temperature and the availability of food. The eggs of female marine iguanas are laid in communal nests known as community nests. These nests are defended collectively by numerous females in order to repel potential predators and to regulate the microclimates of the nest in order to ensure optimal circumstances for incubation. Iguanas, despite their endurance and adaptability, are confronted with a multitude of risks to their survival. These threats include the loss of habitat, the introduction of exotic species, excessive habitat loss, and climate change. Iguana populations are exposed to a considerable danger as a result of habitat damage, which is caused by deforestation, urbanization, and agricultural expansion. This destruction causes habitats to be fragmented and populations to become isolated, which in turn reduces genetic diversity and reproductive success chances. The presence of invasive predators, such as rats, cats, and dogs, poses a direct threat to iguana populations because these animals feed on eggs, hatchlings, and adult individuals at the same time. Furthermore, the overexploitation of certain species of iguanas for the purpose of the pet trade, traditional medicine, and cultural traditions has resulted in population decreases and localized extinctions of these animals. This is especially true for species that are highly valued for their colorful plumage or ornamental value. In conclusion, iguanas are a perfect example of the flexibility and diversity of reptile life, as they possess the ability to occupy niches that are as diverse as the habitats that they inhabit. Iguanas have developed a wide variety of adaptations that allow them to live in a wide variety of settings, ranging from the lush jungles of the Amazon to the volcanic archipelagos of the Pacific. However, because human activities continue to have an effect on their habitats and populations, concerted conservation efforts are required in order to protect iguanas and maintain the richness of the ecosystems in which they live. By advocating for the preservation of habitats, the management of invasive species, and the implementation of sustainable wildlife trade procedures, we can ensure that iguanas will continue to arouse awe and curiosity in future generations. Join us in honoring the enduring legacy of iguanas and the critical role they play in shaping our ecosystems. Together, let's forge a path towards a future where iguanas and humans coexist in harmony, fostering biodiversity and sustainability. Please subscribe, like, and share this video to raise awareness about the importance of iguana conservation and responsible stewardship of their habitats. Take action today to support initiatives that protect iguanas and preserve their natural habitats in your community. Together, we can make a meaningful impact for iguanas and the health of our planet.